Okay, so now that we have reviewed concrete nouns, I will introduce to you another type of noun. These are referred to as abstract nouns. Now, these nouns are nouns which refer to ideas, to qualities and conditions, or things that cannot be seen or touched, and things which have no physical reality. Now, this is in contrast with the concrete nouns which we have studied prior to this, which refers to people and to things that exist physically and therefore can be seen, can be touched, can be smelled, can be heard, or can be tasted. Okay? So, we're going to study abstract nouns, and I hope that at the end of the lesson, you would be able to differentiate them from concrete nouns. Now, abstract nouns may be categorized into different categories. One of them is under emotions or feelings, under states and attributes, or they may be categorized as ideas, concepts, or ideals. Another category would be movements or events. And then the last one is a special type of abstract noun, and I will be discussing how they will be formed later. Okay? So under emotions and feelings, I have the following nouns: love, hate, anger, peace, pride, and sympathy. So these are feelings or emotions that we may feel. The next category is the states or the attributes. And then you can have under that category nouns like bravery, loyalty, honesty, integrity, compassion, charity, success, courage, deceit, skill, beauty, brilliance, pain, and misery. Okay? Under the category ideas or concepts or ideals, I have some examples. These are belief, dream, justice, truth, faith, liberty, knowledge, thought, information, culture, trust, and dedication. And then under the category movements or events, I have these examples: progress, education, hospitality, leisure, travel, friendship, and relaxation. Okay? So, what I'm going to do now is to define some of these words to illustrate how they are different from the concrete nouns. Okay? So, let's define the noun peace. It says here that peace is freedom from disturbance, quiet, and tranquility, or freedom from or the cessation of war or violence. Okay? I have an example of a sentence under each of this meaning. For example, for the first meaning of the word peace, I have here, you can while away an hour or two in peace and seclusion. And then under the second meaning, my example is, the straits were to be open to warships in time of peace. Now, notice in this second word, an example of an abstract noun, the meaning of the term courage. It says, the ability to do something that frightens one, or the strength in the face of pain or grief. An example of a word under the first meaning is, she called on all her courage to face the ordeal. Under the second meaning, I have, he fought his illness with great courage. So, you probably have noticed now that the word courage is something that cannot be seen, it cannot be touched, nor can it be smelled, because it is an ability. It is categorized as a strength. Okay? So, the third word that I want you to see the meaning of is the term justice. This time, I'd like you to notice how the two meaning categorizes the term justice both as abstract and concrete. The first meaning of the term justice is a just behavior or treatment, a concern for justice, peace, and genuine respect for people. So, my example of a sentence under the first meaning is, I appealed to his sense of justice. In this meaning of the term justice, you notice that justice is something that cannot be touched. Okay? It cannot be seen. But let's look at the second meaning of the term justice. Now, it becomes a concrete noun because justice may also refer to a judge or a magistrate, or in particular, a judge of the Supreme Court of a country or a state. So, an example of a sentence under that would be, the justices deliberated the case thoroughly, in which case, the term justice now has become a concrete noun because it can be seen. Okay? A judge is a person. Okay? So, I'd like to focus on the three words, justice, courage, and peace. You notice that these are ideals. These are things that cannot be seen or cannot be, they do not exist physically. Okay? So that's what the meaning of an abstract noun is, as opposed to concrete nouns. Okay? Now, I'd like to focus on another type of abstract nouns. These are those that are formed by adding a suffix to the word. For example, the word child is a concrete noun, right? Okay? But if I add the suffix hood to the term child, it becomes childhood. Therefore, it becomes an intangible already. It cannot be touched anymore. A childhood is intangible. So it has become an abstract noun. Now, I'd like you to notice that there are suffixes that may be used to be able to form abstract nouns. These are the suffix tion, ance, ment, ness, ism, age, and ite. Okay? Some example of words that have been converted into abstract nouns are the following: patriotism, corporation, alliance, pilgrimage, retirement, security. Okay? Security, for example, comes from the term secure. Okay? Which is not a noun. But adding the suffix ite has turned the term secure into security, which is now considered an abstract noun. Okay? So, again, let's review. Abstract nouns are those nouns, okay, which tells of conditions or qualities or ideals. And they can be categorized into emotions or feelings, states and attributes, ideas, concepts and ideals, movements and events, and those that are formed by adding the suffixes. Okay? So what I'd like you to do now is to read a portion that I got from the magic barrel. And what I'd like you to do is to read it. And as you read, you will notice that some of the words have been underlined. Okay? So what I'd like you to do as you read is to be able to identify whether these words that are underlined are concrete nouns or if they are abstract nouns. Okay? So I'm going to give you a few minutes to read through the reading activity, and then after you're done with the reading, I'd like you to go back to each sentence and each underlined word and determine whether the underlined word is actually a concrete noun or if it is an abstract noun. Okay? So you have a few minutes to do that activity right now.